Don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write it.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Ravens and the Jets on Sunday night.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Right to the air is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the save. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense has always talked about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Under pressure, they got him again. John Franklin Myers providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. Bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Open man is Uzama. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They go play action. Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah from 3 yards out. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you get a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play. Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Taking it about the 36. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And New York set to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jameis now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Uzama. Touchdown, Jets. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down at 5. Here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, that is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. We're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half here, Winston. Hits it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it's the Houston Texans who are not done yet as they were able to knock out the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Winston. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fournette is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzama saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw, Winston. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 13 yards out. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's got room. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Up the gut, Fournette. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is over.
When you get down in this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Fournette running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They're looking to throw this. Winston. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's a give to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had a fighting chance to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.